Friends and neighbors, it's Neo Street back again. I made it to the second break of another tournament, and so let's take a look at my stats. I'm seeing the flop 33% of the time, and for showdowns, I'm perfect. 10 of 10 for pots won at showdown, and I've won 5 pots without having to go to showdown. So I've had a lot of luck to get here, and deck was hitting me in the face. But right now I'm one above Caboose Boy. I'm 15th out of the 16 remaining players from the original 313 entries, and there's 13.7 million in the prize pool, and the money up top for first place is 1,294,000. So I'll have my work cut out for me to make the final table, but it's possible, and I'll do my damnedest. And since I only get to record when I get to the second break, which is pretty hard to do, I have to kind of save up things I want to say from events that happened where I didn't make the final break but were fun to watch. So yesterday there was a tournament where I let's see, what was the good news on that one? I'm temporarily blocking it. Another thing that I wanted to say was there was a hand where for the first time ever, I saw the board have a straight flush. It was ace to five of spades, and so everyone chopped the pot who remained in the hand. Okay, we're starting up again, and well, for some reason I didn't get dealt this hand. It's fine by me. Didn't have to do an ante for this, so maybe someone will get knocked out. Anyway, yeah, there's a money jump from 16 to 15. Right now, 16th place gets the next person to get knocked out will get 166,000, and 15th place is 185, so another 19 above that. So the fact that I didn't get dealt a hand here might mean I get a money jump for the great advantage of doing nothing, but it probably won't happen unless one of these guys went all in and got called and lost. Oh, I remember what the other thing I wanted to tell you about my luck yesterday in one of the tournaments. I got quad tens. I haven't gotten quads in a long time. And when I wrote a blog, I wrote it for years, so there were several times I made quad tens. And so in my blog title, I called it "Tenliness is next to quadliness," for sort of a pun on cleanliness is next to godliness. So tenliness was next to quadliness yesterday. King 5 off, no thanks. Oh, I was right. I did get a money jump somehow. I was just jabbering on about tenliness, and so next place is 15th place, so I got that money jump for not without even noticing. So sometimes that happens. All right, so the next money jump is at 12th place, which gets paid 206,000. So that's another 21,000 above the current payout. And then the next money jump after that is the final table, 9th place, which is for 234, but that's getting ahead of myself, which I shouldn't do. All right, so now I'm in 12th of 14 remaining. 7-6 suited, I'll give it a miss. So, yeah, I haven't kept track of what my percentage of the time I'm making the final table is out of the tournaments I play. I should look at that soon and report back to you. I can say that I make the money in about 41% of the tournaments I enter, which is pretty damn good. It used to be 42, but it dropped down to 41 this year overall because of not getting as good results as prior years. But still, 41% is nothing to sneeze at. So yeah, I'd say, well, let's just say I get out of the times I make the money, let's say one out of, let's be conservative. Let's say 2 out of 10 of those. So that's a fifth. So a fifth of 40%, it would be 8%. So I'm making the second break in tournaments at about an 8% clip, my guess is. So that was a crap holding fold. No brain cells harmed. All right, so I think my most realistic result is trying to hang on to get, well, you just take it one thing at a time, one step at a time. This is the ladder up technique. So I won't even think about the final table. I'm just thinking about the next money jump. Okay, now I've dropped down to 13th from 12th. Queen 7 suited. No, if this were an 8, then I would do it because then that would have a straight possibility. But Queen 7, there's no straight in between there because there's too many cards in between. 8, 9, 10, and Jack. So I couldn't use both of those cards, both of my cards, and a straight. So let's see, Queen 4 offsuit, I'm going to fold. I'm just going to, oh, someone did get knocked out. The guy over here got knocked out first, and this guy got knocked out. So I need to fade one more player to get, well, that's just at this table. There's more tables. There's still 2 tables because there's more than 9 players left. So yeah, if I fade one more player, I'll make the next money jump. And I have to do this thing where I readjust to see who's up top. Wow, the person up top has 120,000 chips, almost double what the one in second has. So that guy has a lock on things right now. Queen 9. Now Queen 9 both of those could be made in a straight. So, and I get to act last. So I'm going to go with my Queen 9 for the moment. It's always good to be able to act last because you know more than anyone else at that point. Okay, I have top pair and a so-so kicker. So if no one bets, I'll bet. And if someone bets, all right, I just got to go with it. Whoops. Okay. Let's see what we get here. Could be it. If so, okay, that's looking good. 81, 88. Go, baby. Okay. So I doubled up. So now I'm in 10th place. So I have more chance of making the next money jump. 8-4 offsuit is nothing to back. All right, so this person's going to get knocked out and I'll get the next money jump. Oh no, he caught it on the river. He caught us straight on the river. So I was counting my eggs before they hatched. Okay, Queen 10. Well, if I did a Queen 9, is that what I did last time? I think I did a Queen 9. I'll do my Queen 10 now. Oh, everyone folded. Okay. That was weird. I didn't think I was in the big blind. I thought that was a walk. Anyway, I'll have to look at the tape later and figure out what the fuck happened. Pardon my French. So now I'm in 8th place, so I'm within the final table if I can stay here. So yeah, the money jump to 12th was made already. So the next payout is 206. So this is actually my first tournament of the day. So that would mean, and I never rebuy now. So that means my least amount of profit if I don't play any more tournaments is 156,000. So here I can just check and hope no one raises up. Oh, and that was a clear walk. I was in the big blind and everyone folded around. So that was a walk. I don't know what that other one was. I'll have to figure out what it was later. All right, so I just call this. Any heads up hand is good, pretty much, almost. So I paid my 4, looking good. All right, so now I'm now in 7th place out of the 11 remaining. So now it's looking better for me to make the final table. And pairs, you gotta call when you got a pair in these end stages of tournaments. So I have my pair is over the board, so do a bet and see what happens. All right. So that just gave me a little bit more chips. Now I'm in sixth place. I love being in the middle. It's my favorite place to be. I hate being at the top. I hate being at the bottom. I love being in the middle. Actually, I hate the top, being at the top less than I hate being at the bottom, because being at the bottom, you can fly under the radar. So we'll see what we get. All right, so this guy's all in, so it's better to have two against an all-in player, and then we'll check, 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 check. I'm hoping. Let's see. Check, check. There's my first check, check. How about another one? If I get a 4, I get a straight. Come on, check it out. Check it back, check it back. Okay, I paired my ace. That's good. I'll just check it and just... Sometimes you don't have to bet on the end if you know you're going to win, because why risk it? Because you might not win, but if you do win, you get an infusion. So now I'm up to fourth. So, and there's one player to fade to make the final table, and see those lights come on. That's what we want to see. That's what you guys should want to see watching these silly videos. All right, so pair, I got a middle pair here. I'll just check it. Thanks for checking. Just for fun, I'll bet and see what he does. Scared him off. All right, I gotta readjust this freaking thing to see who's up top. Okay. So pair, well, threes are lowly, but if no one bets, if no one advances, I'll call, because I could get I'd be set hunting if I get a set if a 3 shows up on the flop. Oh, okay, that's a clear fold. So now I would have to really stumble and stub my toe not to make the final table. So I'm not going to stumble or stub my toe. There we go. Lights came on. I don't know who left, but maybe it was someone at the other table. Probably was. So that's a fold. Oh, I love it when the final table begins and I'm in the dealer button. That means I get an orbit without having to get I get most of an orbit without having to get a small blind or a big blind. And so that makes me in better shape than everyone else at the table in that sense. Let's see, does anyone have a diamond draw? Sure, there's a diamond out there somewhere. He's repping, he had this flush. Okay, so I'll reiterate what the next money jump is. This is a fold. The next money jump is 234,000. So that's ninth place. And the one after that is eighth place for 268, so that's another 34. So I just want to keep climbing up the ladder. Well, I'm actually in the middle of the ladder, so I want to stay where I am for a while and then climb up when I get to be Caboose Boy, if that happens. So I'm being a chatterbox, but hey, that's what you watch these videos for. You want to hear someone chatting to you, don't you? I would. Oh yeah, if you saw whoever wins the hand gets fireworks. They change the graphics every now and then. It's now more fireworky where there's sparklers, where before it just were shiny, but now there's like sparklers in it. So, oh, and one thing I forgot to mention for several recordings is that one of the things I was carping about has returned. That is, if so, I'll fold this and show you what I mean. when it always used to be that when you hovered over your name when you were out of the hand, it showed you what you had, and now it's back. So that must have been taken away by mistake, some bug, and they restored it. They fixed it. So, so now I have one less thing to complain about. I still have to complain about the the silly, stupid button on the stats. There's some button, I think it's this thing, where if you click it, it clears your stats. No one in their right mind would ever want to clear their stats. So it's like a solution in search of a problem. But I'll stop that rant too. So I'm 1 for 2 on having my rants repaid by getting what I want. So I actually 1 for 3 because my other rant is this thing here where it moves the top player off and when there's no need to. Okay, pair of fours. Nah. Well, I've got enough chips. When you have enough chips, you have options. You can say no, I don't want that, or you can say yeah, I'll take a flyer. So I'll take a flyer. So go set hunting again. Try to get a 4 on the flop. So again, the money up top is 1.294 million for first. That's just a little too rich for a pair of fours. But if I had stayed in the hand and a 5 came, that's a straight. You get to recognize straights very quickly. I mean, when you've played long enough, they just bing in your brain like, oh, that would be a straight without you having even have to think really too hard. Okay, Jack 2 is a fold. So yeah, people are playing pretty tight here. The thing is, the people who get to the final table are generally pretty damn good. So it makes sense that once they're there, they stay there for a while, and you get the leaderboard changing around. But so you see, there's only one player who rebought here, who's actually in first, and none of these rest of the 8 of us have rebought. Again, rebuying is when you lose all your chips and you're still in the late registration period and you rebuy or re-enter. So this tournament had 266 entries and 47 re-entries. That's how you get up to the 13-13 total. Okay, this is a check. So, oh, someone just dropped out and I was just chatting and didn't notice. Okay, so I'm not paying too much attention because I'm just talking too much, but not too much. I'm not risking anything. I mean, I'm making the correct decision still, but I'm not noticing about other players as much. Okay, so the next payout is at 8th place. As I might have mentioned, or maybe I didn't. Eighth place is, oh, I did, is 268K. So, yeah, I'm going to lose this hand, but he won't make me pay any more money. That'd be a riot if I won this hand with a 6-4. No, I would never. I forgot there were 3 players left. At first, I thought it was just me and the chip leader. All right, so now the next money jump is, again, at the final table, every knockout is a money jump. So 7th place is for 316K, which would be another 53. Do I do that right? Okay, well, I gotta make a decision here. Well, I got an ace, so I'll call that. Oh no, I didn't do that right. It's 48,000 more. I wasn't doing my subtraction in my head quickly enough, and I guessed wrong. So just check. And I'm gone with nothing to say. That's a lyric from a song by Fleetwood Mac, I think. I forget the name of the title of the song, but one of the lyric is "I'm gone with nothing to say." I think it's nothing to say. Somebody has taken my place. Okay, so that's too rich for my blood. This person's all in, so I might get my money jump. So the chip leader called him. No one else will call, I doubt. So it'll be heads up against the all-in player and the chip leader. And I'm praying for the chip leader. Okay, he's got the lead, still has the lead. No, he's not going to win it. So the guy hit it straight on the turn. Okay, so no money jump for me on that one. Actually, it's a money jump for everyone at the table whenever someone gets knocked out. Every remaining player gets a money jump. Okay, I'll fold this. So I'm still in the middle, still where I love to be. So can't complain. Okay, so next payout is 268. I think I already said, yeah. Seventh is 316. So sometimes there's enough, if there are enough entries, the top two places will be over a million. That's not the case this time. The second place payout is close to a million, but it's 950,000. So it's one buy-in off from a million. Oh, I got a hammer. But I love hammers in a sense that I know to fold them with extreme prejudice. So it's kind of lucky to get a hammer. Some people, though, when they get it, they go all in stupidly. I don't know why these donks do shit like that, but they do. So the dirty secret of poker is that it's not how good you are, it's how bad the other players are. And if you can just be less bad than them, you can make a fine living. All right, so here's my rant again. Who's up top? Okay, wow. So the erstwhile chip leader is now dropped down to second, and there are two of them that are. Now he's dropped down to third. Okay, well, again, it's a roller coaster. All right, so Jack 7. That's like over a quarter of my stack. No thanks. So you can only get to heads up to be one of the final two players. So I love heads up, and I've said it before. I'll say it again. I never get to play it hardly because you really have to do super well to get to first or second to be one of the final two. But it's the end goal. But as I say, each goal is just the next ladder, next rung up on the ladder. You don't think to further ahead than that. So right now I want to, well, I'm at 5, so I want to stay there. But I want to stay there to have these players below me go away, and then I want to ladder up from there. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm so glad they put this feature back where you can see what you had. So I would have gotten middle pair here on this flop, but 7-4 offsuit, and there's nothing to do. All right, I'll check this. That's a good holding. Now, maybe one of the big stacks will throw his weight around. I hope not. Oh, good. That guy folded. So both big stacks folded. Oh, I've got top pair. Got 2 folds. Okay, so now I'm in 4th from 5th. So just keeping my head above water, treading water. Okay, 10-2, goodbye. That is a Doyle Brunson hand. I mentioned it before. He's passed away now, but he was one of the greats, one of the great poker players of history. and he won the main event of the World Series of Poker 2 or 3 times. I forget. I think, but it was either 2 or 3, and if it was only 2, they were still back to back. And he won each one with a final holding on his final hand was 10-2. I think one of them was a suited one, so one of them wasn't, but still, you could call either one a Doyle Brunson hand. All right, this person's all in, so that could be the next money jump we're looking for. We'll see. Let's see. Yeah, we get the money jump. Yes, sirree. Okay, so the next payout is at 7th place for 316, and the 6th place is 378, which is another 62 more. So right now the money jumps are more than the buy-in, which is nice. So yeah, I've been a Gabigail today, but I don't get a chance to record that often, so I like to crow a little when I do get the chance. Okay, now I'm in 3rd place for no fault of my own. Yeah, still 2 big stacks. The guy who was in first for a long time with almost double the 2nd place is now down to 6. So the washing machine pushed him down, but he might get pushed up again. Oh wait, he just dropped out. Okay, so now that was another money jump. This is a fold. So right now the next payout is 378 for 6th place, and 5th place is 461. So that's another 83. I think I did the math right. So they just keep getting bigger and bigger, these money jumps. So it gets exciting. As you can tell, I'm getting excited. I'm trying not to think too far ahead, but I'm thinking of something, but I don't want to mention it because then that's a jinx. Poker players are superstitious generally, and not in everyday life, but poker wise. So I will not jinx myself by verbalizing what I'm thinking. But if I get there, I'll tell you what it was, or you'll realize anyway. All right, did we get another? No, we didn't. We got a chop pot. Okay, ooh, look at this person. 864 chips. That is fumes, baby. So I'm going to make the next money jump unless I really stub my toe. So he's all in. The blinds ate him up. Money jump coming my way. Yeah, he was drawing dead on the river. Okay, so that's next payout. Okay, fix this again. Next payout's at 5. Now I'm caboose boy. So what I said before came true. I waited till these guys all left. Now I want to ladder up, ladder up, ladder up. So I got a Doyle Brunson again, and I'll not call it probably because 3 players against it, and it contains a deuce. I don't have the bravery of Doyle. So oh, look at that. If I had the bravery of Doyle, I would have trip twos, trip deuces. Shit. But I'm not going to second guess myself. So, and if they hadn't fixed that bug, I might have pretended to forget what I had so that I couldn't look so silly. All right, so next payout, as I said, is 461. Oh, okay, 4th place. The next one up from that is 571. So that is 110,000. So that's more than 2 buy-ins. All right, you got an ace. You got to call it. All right, let's see what we get. Didn't get too much. Anyone bets, I'm gone. All right, so yeah, it's been a while since I've made it this far up in the final table. 5th is not bad, but I don't want to end there. I want to ladder up and ladder up. Let's see now. Three players have more than 100,000 chips. So my chances are not good. But and the one right above me is more than double my chips. So I'm gonna get what are I'm getting hit by a big blind now, which is 7,000. But that's a good holding to get in the big blind. So I'm just gonna go with this one no matter what they do. They're the big boys. Yep, I'm in. I'll call it and I'll have two behind. I'll just raise it up. Just raise up. It could be it, but that's okay. I don't mind. Had fun. It's been real. Yep, looks like I'm gone. Yep. Okay. I end up in fifth place for a payout of 461,000. So that's a profit on the day so far of 411,000. I don't think I'll play anymore. I'll just sit on this one. And so it's been fun. It's been real. And I shall see you all later.